Thomas White, Kai Cenat. Beast! Whoa. Look, I'm not going to directly make the allegation here, but this guy sucks. He's not really entertaining outside of being clippable. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's botting. At all. And he definitely wants to look more famous than he is. During the recent Trainwreck Scuffed podcast, Aiden Ross opened up about viewbotting. He admitted that it was going on in his channel. It even occurred in a Twitch stream. But, oh, he says he has nothing to do with it. Okay. I don't know how much these guys actually care about building a legitimate audience versus just making money and having the, like, impression that they're famous. I think they might regret the method that they're taking if they are viewbotting in the long term, but his views are complete trash. 14 million subs, and he can barely crack 300K on most of these videos. We have another video from Cameron titled exposing Kick's biggest viewbotters. So it's possible he's actually going to get into who's actually doing it. I mean, how do you have 7,000 viewers, your chat is moving slower than a feed in Call of Duty Search and Destroy? True.
There's no doubt that Kick has a lot of problems with their platform. I mean, it's literally the home of the degenerates. Every month there's a new issue with Kick. I legit made a video about Kick back in late November last year, and ever since then, there has been so much that has happened. You had a streamer tell a teacher to shut the F up in a college classroom.
That's funny though.
Bro, can you shut the f up?
That's funny. That's awesome. Okay, that's not a problem. That's a plus of Kick, if anything. You're not gonna get the content on YouTube. I think that's awesome. I think that's based. Can I be your favorite chatter if I become a member? Dude, all my chatters are my favorite, but I promise you'll be my little Pookie Bear, okay?
What? You better get your big ass on, boy. You a bitch.
How's that?
I'm gonna shoot your bitch ass.
You're not that guy.
I'm gonna shoot your
Trust me.
bitch ass.
You're not that guy.
Threatening to shoot him? Okay, that's over the line. That's over the line.
Ass on, you a bitch.
You had a streamer diss El Chapo.
El Chapo, I'm El Chapo King.
Oh, this is the same guy that was like creeping on little girls on stream. I remember this guy.
Cut El Chapo.
That's the guy that was saying he was gonna fuck Lil Tay on stream. This guy's a piece of shit. That guy needs to get his career squashed. I wouldn't feel bad if his entire life got ruined for the shit he says. That guy, I don't even remember his name. That guy sucks though.
The whole cartel suck my. And I'm going to Mexico next week.
And you also had numerous apex predators.
By the way, that guy had to apologize after the fact because I think the cartel was saying they were gonna fuck him up. He was like, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to offend you guys. I just want to be left alone. Like, maybe you shouldn't have dissed the fucking biggest criminal organization in the world, the Mexican cartel. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Weirdos get exposed on the website. I mean, there's a whole video on this one streamer named Riot LOL, and that man was basically a supervillain.
The guy's evil.
Yo, like, I mean, like, why are they not more out is a real question. I mean, like, what time is it? You know, it's already demon hours. Kid. Wait, listen, how old are you? I'm 19.
Oh, I'm 16.
You said 18?
This guy's a freak.
Yeah.
That man is crazy. That man literally needs to be locked up, if I'm being real.
Thank you for being real, Cameron. Kick definitely is a platform with problems. I saw a pretty interesting stream recently where Trainwreck was having a conversation with Aiden Ross about the fact that the problem with Kick and these alternative platforms, and this has always been the problem. I talked about this with Gokanara too. Part of the main problem with Kick is the fact that it becomes a hub not for streaming but only for the most banned, silenced, censored degenerates of all time, and you just have people going crazy on the site, and that's all it's known for. All it's known for are like people dropping the F slur or stuff like that, or people being literal pedos on stream, like the guy that got exposed. I can't remember his name. Oh, Riot Lol, that was his name. That guy's a degenerate, right? Realistically, that is the problem with Kick, in my opinion. That the only people getting attracted to that site are those guys. So what you actually need to have on that site are people who are normal streamers who are just trying to make money and have fun and go there. It's an online miracle village for those people. That's true, Briz. And the thing is, like, some of the more edgy guys can be funny. Obviously, Riot Lol is a degenerate, but some of the more edgy guys can actually be very funny, and I find them funny. Aiden Ross has done stuff that I find funny, but to have a thriving streaming site, you need variety. You don't just you can't just have titty streamers who got banned on Twitch for being too crazy there, which to get banned as a titty streamer on Twitch, you have to be, by the way, the most disgusting degenerate person of all time. They literally allow Morkby to put a green screen on her butt and play Fortnite inside of it with a camera on her fucking jiggling ass at all times. So realistically, you have to be an actual scum degenerate, disgusting woman to get on that site and have that to be the only place you can go. Okay, realistically, that seems to be the case to me anyway. But jiggling ass, my jiggling Ethiopian ass, if that's all you have are these degenerates like Ice Poseidon, who's like kind of unhinged, then your site's never going to work out long term. And that's historically been the problem with alt tech, and it seems to be a problem that Kick is running into now. Rumble, meanwhile, is just a haven for right-wing dudes, and obviously, I don't think there's anything wrong with being right-wing. I don't think Sneeko should have been banned from YouTube, but if that's all you have, then normal streamers are never going to want to go to your site and use it.
Now, what does all this tell you? Kick still has an obvious clout-chasing problem, and it's no different than it was ever since that first video. But in today's video, I don't necessarily want to focus on the degeneracy of Kick, because there's already so many videos out out there of people talking about Kick's degeneracy, and I feel like I would just be regurgitating their information. So that's really not what this video is about. What I want to talk about specifically in this video is Kick's botting problem. Because like I said, people will do anything for clout on that website, even go to the extent of faking their viewership. Now, how does someone exactly fake viewership on Kick? Well, it's pretty simple. Basically, what someone does is they'll buy something called a Viewbot, and what that does, it basically loads up your stream with tons of bot viewers, and these bots don't type or anything. They're basically just there as a number, and people do this.
Are they eventually going to get a Viewbot app that is like better at faking it and can actually chat? I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to get people to just like spam like L or W, because that's what most of these people's chat is anyway. So realistically, I feel like they should have a better Viewbotter at this point in time. It shouldn't be like the thing that Deji's parents were allegedly paying for back in the day. I feel like it should be easier, right?
So that their stream is pushed up in the Kick algorithm. So eventually those fake viewers will turn into real viewers because more real people will see their streams and join up. And I can't lie, it's a pretty smart strategy if you're an up and coming streamer on the platform. The strat makes sense, you know? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of faking it till you make it, right? Wrong, because there is a huge downside to viewbotting, and that downside is that it's ruining the game for the streamers out there who are legitimately trying to build a community and grow organically, and it's also ruining the credibility of the website as well. Now, how can you exactly tell if a streamer's viewers are botted? Well, it's pretty simple. Number one, slow moving chat with extremely high viewership. If somebody's stream has apparently tens of thousands of people in it, but when you look at the chat, there's only like 5 people typing, they are obviously viewbotting. Like, let's be real here. You're telling me out of tens of thousands of people, only 5 people are sitting there typing at their keyboards? Exactly. Number two, inconsistent engagement on different platforms. Streaming is very personal, you know? It's a one-on-one connection with you and whoever is watching your stream. And since streaming is so personal, people are more inclined to follow you on different platforms because they tend to feel like they really know you.
Yeah, that's definitely really true. It's really easy to tell if somebody's viewbotting, if they're getting like 30,000 viewers live on stream, and then their Twitter is getting like less than 100 likes, you can probably guess that person is fucking botting, right? You can probably guess that's the case. Not 100% of the time. Some people just don't have good carryover on platforms, you know? Like, there are YouTubers that I've known who will have like 1 million subs getting 1 million views a video, but because their commentary videos, like Poncho, for example, like Poncho was getting like insane fucking engagement on YouTube, and on all other platforms like Twitter and Instagram, he was not getting that much engagement. Realistically, he just wasn't. So I don't know. How'd you teach your bots to spam gooning memes? Well, it's a lot of in-depth programming knowledge. I actually know Python very well, so that's how I was able to do it. Not everybody's able to do it, but I'm a genius, so that's how I was able to do it. Obviously, that's a joke. That's a troll. In case anybody at YouTube is watching this, it's a troll. It's a fucking troll. Indian from YouTube HQ watching me. Okay, stay based.
That's why streamers have some of the best engagement on every platform that they're on, because their viewers are so loyal because they feel like they have a personal connection to that streamer. So if somebody has tens of thousands of viewers in their stream, but for some reason on other platforms, their engagement is absolutely terrible, they're most likely botting their viewership. And number three, random spikes in viewership. Now, let's say you're just chilling watching a stream, right? You tune in, it's maybe like an hour or two into the stream. During that time, that person might have been at like 5,000 live viewers. Then out of nowhere, within the span of like 10 seconds, that person jumps from 5K to 100K with no rate at all, no shout out or anything, just out of nowhere. That person is most likely botting viewership.
That's definitely true, but I don't think it's always the actual streamer. Like, I noticed Destiny, you see him in the top right corner. I noticed one time he was streaming on Kick, and it said he has 70,000 viewers live. And I don't think he's ever had 70,000 viewers live on anything he's done, right? And the chat wasn't moving nearly fast enough. So I don't know if it's a problem directly of like, is Kick as a site viewbotting? Are the streamers viewbotting personally? Are they paying for it? Could it be that? Could it be the fact that maybe Kick counts views differently? Like maybe 70,000 people have clicked on the stream at one point in time. Maybe if you click on it and then you click off, they still count that as an active viewer for a while to inflate it. I don't exactly know what the deal is. I would love to know. Honestly, it'd be interesting to get like an interview with Ed Craven of Kick to ask him about the problem. I don't know if he'd be willing to do it, but I think that'd be an interesting thing to do to figure out what's going on with Kick.
Because where did this random influx of viewers just come?
You know what? Honestly, a Kick documentary would be pretty good. I'm actually going to write that down. Kick IRL documentary. Visiting Kick offices, that would be super interesting. Because I mean, regardless of the criticisms, I do think they're an interesting platform, and it would be cool to do an IRL doc about them behind the scenes, like just what's going on, you know?
Come from out of the freaking sky. Now those are just
how and why would Kick bot its own site? I mean, how? It's pretty easy. They own the site, so they can pretty instantly do whatever they want with the viewers. Why? I mean, the obvious why, if you want to be if you want to have a negative opinion of Kick and say that they're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? Or that they are view botting, if you want to assume that. Basically, the reasoning would be to make it look like more people are using their site, obviously. To make it look like more people are using their site than actually are, so more people are inclined to go there. More real people are inclined to go there because they're like, oh, everybody's on it, you know?
Give you signs of somebody view botting. But to really help you guys understand the difference of real viewership and fake viewership on Kick, I'm going to show you guys some real streamers and some fake streamers. Real streamer number 1, Your Rage. Now, if you don't know who Your Rage is, he is a Kick streamer who used to stream on Twitch.
I remember this guy from the Bruce Drop Him Off drama.
15K average viewers on Kick with a peak viewership of 29K. And if you look at his chat,
are people for real using Kick to watch streamers? I mean, at least like a few thousand people definitely are. At least a certain amount of people definitely are using Kick to watch streamers. They're definitely out there. You can't deny that.
He's pretty active. On his Twitter, he has about 700,000 followers with some pretty good engagement on each tweet. His Instagram also has about 700K followers. His main YouTube has 1.6 million subscribers. His Twitch has 1.5 million followers. And his Kick has 238,000 followers. And like I said, when you look at his streams, his chat is moving pretty well for the amount of people he has in there. People are typing, people are active. And when you look at other social media platforms that this man is on, the conversion rate makes sense because his viewers engage on anything he does.
Is he only on Kick now, or is he still doing Twitch? I'm very curious because he got big on Twitch, right? Your Rage Twitch. Did he totally leave Twitch? Your Rage Gaming. Let's see here. 3 years ago. Oh wow. So he actually is just like he's a full-time Kick streamer. I didn't realize that. For some reason, I didn't realize he totally moved over. Well, I mean, if it's working out for him, it's working out. Why wouldn't he do it, right?
On each and every platform. He uploads on YouTube.
At least he can be as edgy as he wants and not have to worry about it if he's on Kick, you know? Is that what Kick is for, to watch streamers? Yes. Oh, you said, isn't that what Kick is for? Yeah. I thought we had a fucking genius in chat, but you seem normal.
Of views. He posts a pic on IG. He gets a good amount of likes and comments. He posts a tweet,
actually buy
and people are engaging with the tweet. He streams, people are in the streams. There's a consistency to his engagement on each platform. He is most definitely legit. Real streamer number 2, Bruce Drop Him Off. Now, if you don't know who Bruce Drop Him Off is, he is a Kick streamer who
this guy totally fell off? Is he gonna make fun of him for low viewership?
To stream on Twitch. And on his Kick, he averages about 5,000 viewers per stream with a peak viewership of 40,000 in the last 30 days. But that 40,000 was most likely botted by a random individual watching the stream, not Bruce himself. I don't believe so, because if you look at all of his other streams within the past month, only that one stream had 40,000 people in it, and there was no significance to the stream. It was just like any of his other streams. There was no special guest or anything or special event.
This guy lost all of his friends, I'm pretty sure, like Kai Cenat, Your Rage. They don't fuck with him anymore because he was a snake. He was shit talking them behind their back. Check out the video on the Tom Dark channel covering that. Thomas the White, Kai Cenat. Base!
Him chilling. So I think that peak viewership is a little skewed because somebody botted it, but he averages about 5,000 average viewers per stream. He's got about 600,000 followers on Twitter, 700,000 followers on Instagram, 1 million subs on his main YouTube channel, and 1.3 million followers on Twitch. Now, the reason I say that Bruce is legit is because when you tune into his streams, there's always people typing regardless of how many people are watching. He has 5,000 viewers. That's less than Your Rage, but at the same time, this man's chat is always moving. And when you look at his engagement on other different platforms, it is pretty consistent, kind of like Your Rage. He uploads on YouTube, gets a good amount of views, posts a pic on IG, gets a good amount of likes,
I mean, he gets a decent amount of views, to be clear. This guy did. Bruce Drop Him Off fell the fuck off. I mean, if you look at his fucking channel, or actually looked up Your Rage. Whoa. That's a crazy thumbnail. But if you look at his channel, I mean, he's got 1 million subs. He's only getting like 100, not even 100,000 views on these videos. He's not doing that well. A video about him buying a $200,000 car only got 200,000 views. And if you scroll back on his channel, he used to be doing, like a year ago, look at how well these are doing. 1 million views every video, fucking easy. Some of them were doing even crazier than that. This one had 2 million views. Like, what the fuck? 1 million views? This guy totally fell off. I don't think he's botting, but he definitely lost a lot of his viewership because he lost his big connections because they don't want to hang out with him anymore because he was an asshole, realistically.
A tweet and people are engaging with the tweet. He streams, people are in the streams. There's a consistency to his engagement. Bruce Drop Him Off is most definitely legit. Now, one more real streamer that I want to show you guys before we get into these fake streamers is XQC. Now, if you're unfamiliar with
this guy doesn't need a view bot. He does insane numbers when he streams. It's actually like, it's kind of perplexing how he has so many viewers. I don't totally get it.
See, he's a streamer who streams on Twitch and Kick, and he's one of the top streamers on both platforms. And his streams usually consist of him either gaming or reacting. And he's got 1.5 million followers on Twitter, 570,000 followers on Instagram, 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube, 12 million followers on Twitch, and 700,000 followers on
12 million on Twitch? What the fuck? That guy's so famous.
Kick. And when you take a look at his Twitch stats, he's got about a 32,000 viewer average.
Yeah, I
with
believe
a peak viewership of 59,000 within the past 30 days. And on Kick, he's got a 28,000 viewer average with a peak viewership of 43,000. So his viewership is pretty similar on both. When you look at his streams, you can tell that people are actively typing in the chat. And when you look at his other platforms, there's a consistency to his engagement. So I would say he's pretty legit. Now, those are just a few real streamers on Kick who have real viewership.
All right, well, let's see the fake ones, buddy.
Fake streamers. Fake streamer number 1, Neon. Now,
yeah, I mean, that's... Look, I'm not going to directly make the allegation here, but this guy fucking sucks. He's not really entertaining outside of being clippable. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's botting. At all. And he definitely wants to look more famous than he is. I feel like the majority of the time people talk about this guy doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he fucking makes good content. It's just people clipping him and shitting on him in commentary videos. Like, there's so many commentary videos making fun of him. Neon actually just got arrested, which is pretty funny. We'll take a look at that in a bit, but yeah, this guy's a fucking moron.
We need to do an introduction on Neon because I'm pretty sure we all know who he is. Now, Neon has 120,000 followers on Twitter, 600,000 followers on Instagram, 800,000 subs on his main YouTube channel, with 285,000 Kick followers. But for some reason, this man has a 67,000 average on Kick with a peak viewership of 110,000 viewers in the past 30 days.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But once again, what you need to say that they are viewbotting is to have proof that it wasn't someone else, right? Like I think we need direct evidence that he's actually the one botting. Because if it's not him, you're kind of slandering the guy, you know what I mean? Twitter is crazy. But yeah, we need actual proof. That's what I think. We need actual proof. We need actual proof that it's him doing it. Because it could be someone else, or maybe he's doing it underhanded, like he's paying someone else to pay the viewbotting site. But in my opinion, if you're caught viewbotting on any of these sites, you should just be banned forever.
Now, to some people, that may seem completely normal. You know, Neon is somebody that a lot of people talk about. Whether it's good or bad, his name is always in people's mouths. I mean, when you check TikTok, a lot of Neon clips do go pretty viral. Now, the reason why I think that Neon's viewership is fishy is because it doesn't make sense when you compare it to other big Kick streamers and other big Twitch streamers. Like, let's take Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross, for example. Aiden Ross goes crazy on Kick. He's the top Kick streamer.
Are we sure that he's... I don't know. I feel like Aiden Ross might be viewbotting. It wouldn't surprise... I think he's admitted to it. Yeah, Aiden Ross admits he's getting viewbotted on Kick. Fans react as Aiden Ross admits he's being viewbotted. During the recent Trainwreck Scuffed podcast, Aiden Ross opened up about viewbotting. He admitted that it was going on in his channel. It even occurred in his Twitch stream. But, he says he has nothing to do with it. Okay. Well, I guess you have to take his word for it. But, I mean, given his history of scummy behavior, I wouldn't be shocked at all if he was the one viewbotting. It just wouldn't surprise me. I think he has a huge ego. I think he wants to be seen as like a guy who's really more famous than he actually is.
And if you look at his other social medias, you can tell that he gets some pretty good engagement. His viewers interact with everything he does on numerous platforms. And
they do, but does it... Okay, if somebody's getting like that many viewers, like 70,000 viewers live average, would you expect them to be getting 100,000 views on YouTube or 1 million? Per video? I mean, he's having a hard time cracking like 300,000 views most of these videos. Is it? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me, dude. It doesn't really make sense to me at all. His engagement doesn't look that good. Even... Yeah, I straight up kind of just don't believe it. Something's not adding up here with Aiden Ross. His audience is not nearly as big as it seems, you know, on Kick.
Kai Cenat, on the other hand, is one of the top Twitch streamers. And when you look at his other socials, you can tell that...
I mean, Kai Cenat definitely has real viewers. This guy's crazy
He gets some great engagement. But as you can see on this chart, somehow Neon averages more viewers than both of them. And Neon literally only has a fraction of what they have on all of his other socials. That is pretty fishy. I mean, you've probably watched a Kai Cenat stream before. You've also probably watched an Aiden Ross stream before. But I can assure you that you've never watched a Neon stream in your entire
and I never fucking will
life. Like, this viewership doesn't make sense because when you really think about it, how is Neon a bigger streamer than Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross on a platform that is smaller than Twitch? Kick's community...
Once again, I feel like the real question here is if Neon is actually the one doing it or if someone else is doing it. Like, Aiden Ross claims he has no involvement in the viewbotting. Someone else is doing it. So who the fuck is it? And how The fuck is Kick, with all the money they have from stake, not able to detect viewbots to stop them from being on the site? Like, is it that difficult?
It's just a watered down Twitch community. Everyone who's on Kick was most likely on Twitch before Kick was even a thing. Even though they're two completely different platforms, the communities are pretty similar. Now, granted, Neon streams do have some pretty eye-catching guests that'll make someone want to watch, like Don Tolliver, Blueface, and many other celebrities. But let's be real here. Who genuinely wants to watch a stream with Neon and Don Tolliver? Nobody. Don Tolliver's name does not hold
This guy's just a fucking hater of Neon. This guy just fucking hates him. Justified, honestly.
that much weight to where it'll make tens of thousands of people want to watch him interact with Neon. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch a stream with Don Tolliver and Neon.
Who even is Don Tolliver? I have no idea who this is. Don Tolliver. Who the fuck is this? He's a rapper? 3.2 million followers? I mean, I'm just not in touch with the rap world. I have no idea who these people are. Would rather be respected for being real rather than fake views. Yeah, I mean, I think these people are thinking super short term. The thing is, I don't know how much these guys actually care about building a legitimate audience versus just making money and having the like impression that they're famous. I think they might regret the method that they're taking if they are view botting in the long term, but in the short term, they don't seem to really care. But yeah, obviously, the reason that I'm grinding streaming so much recently and the reason I'm posting so much stream content is because I want to be a more successful streamer and I want a real audience. I don't want a fake audience. I want a real audience who's going to watch you for a long, long time and actually tune into my shit and care what I have to say and care about what I'm doing rather than to have an audience that's totally fake. I don't want to have the fake clout. I only want the real clout, you know? But some of these guys don't care about that. They don't care about having a legacy. Some of them have already made their bag. So at this point, they're just doing it for fun or to keep up appearances, right?
There is no way that Neon is pulling 100,000 live views.
Emmy says, "Don't worry, Tom. I'm black and I have no idea who he is." Well, thank you, Emmy. You really consoled me there.
Viewers with only 120,000 followers on Twitter. It just doesn't make sense. XQC is one of the top Kick streamers, and he's not pulling anywhere near that. This man is a view-botting demon. I'm not saying that Neon has no viewers at all, because if you peep his chat does move, but there's no way that Neon has more than
He's probably getting like 1,000, 2,000 viewers live.
like 5,000 and 10,000 people.
I have 10,000. I would be shocked if 10,000 people are watching Neon. I would be fucking shocked.
Watching his streams on a daily basis. And I think 10,000 is pushing it. Like, there was actually this screenshot that was going around on Twitter, and it showed that Neon had 70,000 viewers at the start of his stream. There is no way that Neon is pulling that. What's funny is that I actually caught a Neon stream for this video, and I caught this man in the act. Bro, how did this man go from 10,000 viewers to 20 minutes later having 70,000 viewers?
Wow.
I don't care if you say,
who is botting him? Nice Death Knight music, by the way, Cameron. Who is botting this guy? Who is actually doing this?
oh, the note he went out, all that stuff. He might have posted an IG story and people might have joined up. There is no way that Neon is jumping from 10,000 viewers to 70,000 live concurrent viewers within the course of 20 minutes with no special guest or anything. Just him swimming in water. Fake streamer number 2.
How many likes does this guy get on Twitter? If you look at Neon. Yeah, like 5,000 likes, 4,000 likes. I mean, that's good, but there's no way that would explain even like 5,000 viewers seems like pushing it for this amount of engagement, right? I could see like a few thousand, like 3,000 maybe max. Locked in for life, bruh. These people's lives are so fucking fake. I don't see how they do this. See you soon, Ruby Rose. Wait, who is Ruby Rose? Who the fuck is Ruby Rose? It sounds familiar. Ruby Rose sounds like the name of the person that tried to expose Kai Cenat, but it's probably a different person, just a similar name.
Convi. Now, if you don't know who Convi is, he's basically one of Aiden Ross's henchmen who used to stream on Twitch, but now streams on Kick. And his streams usually consist of him either gaming, reacting to videos, or going outside and streaming IRL. And you know, on his Twitter, he's got 90,000 followers. His Instagram has 136,000 followers. He has 40K subs on both of his YouTube channels, 157,000 followers on Twitch, and 110,000 followers on Kick. And when you look at his Kick stats, he's got a 16,000 viewer.
I do not believe these numbers. I think this guy is definitely gonna bring up the fire science behind this, but there's no way this guy who I've never even heard of is getting 16,000 average viewers, 52,000 peak viewers. 16,000 live viewers puts you in like the top percent of streamers. Like you're literally top like 200 streamers in the world if you're getting that many viewers.
average with a peak viewership of 52,000 within the past 30 days. And when you tune into his streams, he actually has a pretty active chat. Like, there are always people typing. Now, why exactly do I think the man Convy is viewbotting? Well, that's because this man has actually exposed himself for viewbotting on Kick live on his own stream. There's actually a clip going around a little bit ago of the man going through his emails on stream, and you can see a purchase of one.
You sent $69 to Eli Barrett for 1,000 Kick Day viewers. Oh, well, I think pretty dead to rights there, right?
Kick viewers from somebody named
Why $69?
Eli Barrett.
That's how cheap it is. $69 for 1,000 viewers. Why isn't everyone view botting? This is genius, dude. That's a steal.
$9. You know what though? I gotta give this man his props because he fessed up when he was caught.
Oh shit, I got exposed, Snaggy.
By who?
I Viewbot. Got exposed.
Bro, you just made like snot come out my nose, bro. Like, bro, you can't be doing shit like that. How they find out?
My email.
I mean, it is corny at the end of the day, but at least he fessed up to it. Let's be real. All that being said, though, I think that Convy's situation is pretty similar to Neon's, where I definitely think that the man has viewership. I mean,
I don't know what that even means.
Literally used to stream on Twitch, and when he was streaming on Twitch, he was getting like 1,000 to 3,000 viewers per stream. But at the same time, I do think that his numbers are skewed because, like y'all just saw, he literally exposed himself live on stream. Even though it was only 1,000 viewers, I can guarantee you that the man's probably botted way more than that. He only got caught with 1,000, but he's probably botted up to 5,000 viewers for all we know. I mean, the man literally.
But what about the rest of the viewers, realistically? Like, where are the rest of the views coming from? Is it Kick itself? What is the game theory on that?
Bots likes on his Instagram pictures. He's got a picture with 400,000 likes, but for some reason, it only has 1,500 comments. And he also has other pictures that have hundreds of thousands of likes.
The Instagram botting is absolutely insane, dude. It's so crazy.
Yet he only has 136.
I've had fucking bots on my Instagram account, and I didn't even fucking pay for anything. My Instagram account, if you go on it, is constantly fluctuating between what it actually is, which I think is like 24,000 followers, and then the next day I'll wake up and I have 30,000 followers, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I remember at one point, Jet Neptune like shouted me out on his Instagram, and he has like, you know, a decent sized Insta, like I want to say 40K followers or something. But the next morning I had like 6,000 extra followers, and I was like, is this all from Jet? And I was like messaging him. I was like, bro, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. But in actuality, I think his shout out probably got me like 1,000 followers. And then there was like a bunch of fucking bots. I bought 1,000 TikTok followers a few years ago for $40 so I could go live. Not my best moment. Oh, I forgot that they have that fucking meme on there where you can only go live if you have 1,000 followers. That's super dumb. You should be able to go live with 0 followers. Maybe they just don't want people to use the server space, but pretty cringe.
1,000 followers? Since when have we ever heard of somebody getting the same amount of likes as their follower count on Instagram on numerous pictures? Yeah. So I don't think we'd be too far off to assume that.
I mean, I guess the only explanation there is if, like on Instagram, there's a feature where you can like you can do like a collaborative post with someone and then it gets cross-posted to their feed. So like, for example, the majority of my Instagram posts, when I actually post, I get like 5,000 followers or something like that, or sorry, 5,000 likes or something like that, like, you know, on a good day. But then I have this one with Destiny that had like 16,000 likes. It's like, well, how did he get that many? Well, it's because he basically reposted it to his own feed. And then all of his like 100,000 Insta followers followed it. What's your Insta? It's Tom But Dark.
And also bots more than 1,000 viewers on Kick. Another streamer with fake viewership on Kick is a streamer we all know and love, the big-headed bandit, Jack Doherty. Now, for all that are familiar with Jack Doherty, this man...
I would totally believe that this guy fucking view bots. Not a fucking shock at all. He'll fake anything.
And basically just goes around...
If only you could fake your YouTube views more easily, he would totally do that.
Like a public nuisance, and he never gets checked for it because he always has a security guard hovering over his shoulder. So he basically just does whatever he wants and talks however he wants because nobody checks him for it. And it's honestly annoying. He also has different celebrities on stream and stuff like Antonio Brown, but you can tell that none of these celebrities truly respect the man. But all that being said, Jack Doherty...
None of them even fucking know who he is. His management just hits them up and is like, oh, we're really famous, come on. It's the same thing with like Playboy Cardi going on Aiden Ross's stream. Clearly had no fucking respect for him. He just thought Aiden was going to give him a bunch of money, and that's the only reason he went on. He doesn't give a shit. Generally speaking, rappers do not respect streamers. That's the general rule.
Averages 7.7 thousand average viewers on Kick with a peak viewership of 20,000 within the past 30 days. He's got 92,000 followers on Twitter, 900,000 followers on Instagram, 14 million subscribers on YouTube, and 140,000 60,000 followers on Kick. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it looks normal from the outside looking in, you know? I mean, he has 14 million subscribers on YouTube. There's gotta be 7.
I mean, he has 14 million subscribers on YouTube, but if you actually look at his fucking channel, his views are complete shit. His views are complete trash. 14 million subs, and he can barely crack 300K on most of these videos. Some of them he does a little better. Like, this one has 2 mil, but then this one has 200K. They're completely inconsistent. He doesn't have, like, a fan base. There's no, like, Jack Doherty fan base. And if you look at the comments, it's all people shitting on him. Bro got so much hate, he had to use comment bots. This kid is everything wrong with social media. Dog, Lamau, you really got leaked. Bro looked half dead smacking it. Imagine being sued. Damn, dude, your comment section is so many botted people. Like, this guy is just a fucking con artist as far as I'm concerned. When Jake Paul had 21 Savage on his channel, I forgot he did that. The other day, randomly, I don't even know how I started watching it, but I was watching a video of 6ix9ine on Impulsive from like 3 years ago. You don't even hear about 6ix9ine anymore. That whole SoundCloud wave of rappers really died.
1,000 people in his streams, right? Wrong. Because when you actually sit there and watch one of this man's streams, you notice how slow the chat moves for him to be having 7,000 people in his chat all at once. Bruce Drop Him Off had like 5,000 viewers, and his chat was moving with quickness. But for some reason, Jack Doherty has 2,000 more people in the chat, and his chat is moving slower than molasses. That is pretty fishy. Like, if you were to watch a Twitch stream of someone with about 7,000 viewers, their chat is going to be moving quickly.
Yeah,
even if someone has
7,000 is so many viewers.
7,000. Let's say like 4,000 or 3,000. Their chat is still going to be pretty hard to read, and it's going to be moving with quickness.
Bro, the times when I've had like 4 or 5K viewers, I think my peak viewership was like, I want to say it was like 5,000 on one of the Katie Bug streams. The chat was crazy. It was moving so fucking fast. It was so fast. YouTube couldn't even keep up with it, right? And so to imagine that one of these guys is getting 7,000 viewers live, which is so many, and their chat is moving that slow, I mean, they got to be botting, right? I think this guy's reasoning is pretty real. But once again, I think one of the questions for me is if it's actually Jack Doherty doing it and all these streamers, or if like someone else is doing it, if like Kick is doing it, I don't know.
But somehow, with 7,000 viewers, there's only a handful of people typing. That is pretty fishy. Now, another streamer with fake viewership on Kick is the streamer Heel Mike. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Heel Mike
is basically, from my understanding, he hangs out with like John Zerka and Jack Doherty, but when Kick first started, he got in a bunch of shit because I think he got his dick sucked on stream.
Like, his content pretty much just revolves around him going to parties, him hanging out with girls, and him sometimes getting into fights on stream. And that's pretty much it. He also used to be a Twitch streamer, but now he's a Kick streamer. And when you look at his Twitch, he has 7.4 million followers. And I'm not gonna lie, these are most likely botted. And his average viewers on Kick are about 10.9K with a peak of 35K in the last 30 days. And when you look at his subs on YouTube, he's got 100.
Is Heel Mike that famous? Only 100K on YouTube?
35,000 subscribers, 60,000 followers on Twitter.
Okay. Something fishy is going on here. This guy should be way more famous.
And 78,000 followers on Instagram. Yet when you tune
Thomas, your mother, please wash the stains off your SpongeBob undies. Love you, sweetie. Now, instead, I think I'll eat them for dinner.
into one of his streams, his chat moves way too slow for him to be averaging.
Do Sagan fuck him in the ass? You know, I actually know this guy Sagan, Heel Mike's cameraman. He's a pretty cool guy. He used to do camera stuff for Brandon. He's a nice dude, though. Shout out Sagan, my goat. Sakharov, thanks for coming a member. I appreciate you, bro.
10,000 viewers with a peak of 35,000. Like, how do you have 10,000 viewers, but your chat is moving slower than a Call of Duty kill feed on Search and Destroy? It just doesn't make sense at all. The man's chat is—
What I'm so curious to know is, like, if you were to hang out with some of these guys in real life, like Jack Doherty especially, would they not be insane? Would they not be fucking crazy? Would they be less insufferable? I don't really know. Because it's hard to tell if, like, they're only insufferable because it's, like, profitable for stream, and then when the camera turns off, they're, like, more normal. I feel like, to an extent, some of them have to be more chill. But then, you know, once again, you never know. Like, Ice Poseidon is basically the same on and off stream. He's just kind of a complete degen, so it's hard to tell.
Is moving at 6 messages per minute. There's people out there with 2,000 and 3,000 viewers who have way more active chats than this man right here, but he somehow has 7,000 viewers with a peak of 35,000 in the past 30 days, but there's only like 5 to
60,000 followers on Twitter.
That is
Sussy wussy.
Pretty fishy. And what makes
Sussy
it even
wussy.
fishier is that this man even streamed on Twitch in 2024, and for some reason he only had
Average viewers is 500. Yeah, that makes no fucking sense.
600 viewers watching. Now, the man hasn't streamed on Twitch in a whole year, so it does kind of make sense to why there wasn't that.
I mean, am I supposed to believe he grew that much on a new alternative platform to the point where he's one of the biggest streamers in the world? I don't know.
Many people,
because like for every other streamer, the trend is like if you have a bunch of viewers on Twitch and you go to Kick or you go to Rumble, you're gonna have way less viewers. It could still be good. Like XQC still gets good viewership on Kick, but it's gonna be way less than it is on Twitch because it's just a smaller platform. Way less people are gonna care to go over there, right?
in the stream. But at the same time, I can assure you that if any streamer on Kick goes back to their Twitch channel, even if it's been inactive for the past year, they could still at least pull a fraction of what they were pulling on Kick. It just doesn't make sense to how this man averages 15,000 viewers on Kick, but for some reason, when he goes back to Twitch, a website with not that many Viewbotters, he's only averaging 600. That is pretty fishy. What's funny is that there was actually a point back in December where Kick actually fixed their viewbotting issue, and this man had his ego checked live on stream because he went from 16,000 viewers to only 2,000.
I don't know how the fuck
Owned.
we just went.
He thought he was way more famous than he actually was, dude. He got destroyed. But then what, did Kick just stop fixing the viewbotting thing? They just let it happen again? What's the deal here?
From 17K to 2.7. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. If I could afford that, I would have bought it a lot earlier. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how that shit works, but I would have bought it ages ago.
Now, don't get me wrong, 2,000 viewers is still a phenomenal amount. That is a lot. That's still the top 1% of streamers, but there is a huge difference from somebody who has 16,000 viewers and somebody who has 2,000 viewers. And I can tell you right now, when you look at the man's chat, that is not a 16,000 viewer chat. That is not even a 7,000 viewer chat. And when you look at the man's older Twitch stats, you can see that the man's viewers were around 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. So it makes sense to why his viewership went down all the way to 2,000 when Kick fixed the viewbotting issue. The man definitely has viewers, but at the same time, a lot of those viewers are inflated, if I'm being real with you. At the end of the day, I think these viewbotters are doing more bad than good because there's no real positive.
Who is actually botting though? That's the biggest question that I want to know. And can anybody actually answer it? Are we going to get leaks eventually that expose where the viewbotters are coming from?
There's two viewbotting. All it does is ruin the game for the legitimate streamers out there. But that's just my 2 cents. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comment section.
Like obviously some of the streamers are probably paying for the bots, like the guy he caught. I don't even remember his name. He was so forgettable. But realistically, it can't. If Aiden Ross is saying that he's not the one doing it, he might actually not be. He might actually not be, you know? So I would like to know who it is. But that was a pretty good video by Cameron. I appreciate him informing us. I'm going to put a link to that in chat as well as in the description of this video so you guys can check it out. Stay skibbity. I just want to be your Sigma.